The Trouble with Bliss was a film that I decided to watch because Rhea Perlman is, or was apparently in it. And I watched the film, and I'll talk about the narrative in a moment, but I watched the film and she wasn't in it. So I watched it again. I speed watched it, I jumped through scenes, and she still wasn't in it. And she's uncredited as a character called Maria on IMDb, and I thought, this is really, really strange. And then I went to Wikipedia, and Wikipedia told me that, and I quote, Rhea Perlman was initially reported to appear in the film, but scenes with her do not appear in the film's final cut. So I technically watched the film twice, and she's not in it. So a little bit annoyed by that. Nevertheless, I have now seen the film. The Trouble with Bliss was released in 2012. It's directed and written by Michael Knowles, and we have a cast including Michael C. Hall as Morris. And I didn't enjoy this. I didn't find it entertaining. I found Morris to be really boring. I found the narrative to be tremendously dull. So I watched it twice and I didn't like it either time. Morris is dating people. He's in a relationship and it's basically about that. And it's a little slice of his life. And honestly, I found it to be tremendously dull. The narrative is very weak. And had Morris been a really interesting character, that might have been okay. There are some films where the narrative isn't that great, but the protagonist is really interesting, and that's potentially enough to carry the film. But unfortunately, that definitely wasn't the case here. So it didn't really have anything to offer. The performances are fine. We have a nice variety of locations. We have some good camera work, some decent lighting. So the technical aspects are good, but the narrative is very boring. And most of the characters are just incredibly dull. So I didn't like it. And even if Rhea Perlman had been in it, unless she'd been in it a lot, I would still be saying the same thing. So I didn't think The Trouble with Bliss was very good. I didn't care for the story. I didn't care for the characters. The technical aspects, the performances, absolutely fine. Do I recommend it? Not really. If you're just looking for a film to put on so you have some background company, I guess it could be okay for that. It's not a bad film in the sense that it's unbelievable or unrealistic. There's nothing wrong with, as I said, the camera work or the lighting or anything that would be really irritating to watch. Music's fine as well. So if you just want some background company, maybe it's worth putting on. It definitely doesn't require that much concentration. But if you're looking to sit down and immerse yourself in a film, follow a character's journey, then no, I'd say it's not worth it. So in general, I don't recommend it. Maybe it's worth putting on if you're interested in any of the cast, maybe alongside Michael C. Hall. We also have Peter Fonda, Brie Larson, Lucy Liu. We have not Rhea Perlman. We have a decent cast. As I said, the performances are fine, but the characters are not interesting. So that's not enough to save the film. Unfortunately, and I can say this having watched it twice, technically twice, I don't like The Trouble with Bliss. I'm not glad that I had a reason to watch it. I don't regret the time having spent watching it, but I certainly wouldn't watch it again. And in general, unless you're curious or you're interested in anybody in the cast, I don't really recommend it.